Here's a new bully, me host Leroy, aka Mephisto's son-in-law, with my co-host.
Yeah, this is Eli, aka Soylent Green Balls.
There we go. and we are back with another episode, and we have some guests. I'm gonna bring y'all in shortly. Also, let me switch that just because. There we go. Boom. All right. So yeah, we're fancy here. We spent a lot of money on this. So we have some guests right here. We also have Ryan Gomer. If you are listening to this show, you know him. He comes in all the time. Matter of fact, his podcast appears on the website right before ours, so you're familiar with him. Gomer, give a little something about yourself for people that don't know who you are.
AKA New Doug.
There you go.
I don't know. I'm into action figures. I'm into comic books.
There you go. Long walks on the beach.
I think I'm mostly responsible for this show being a thing, although I don't know why anybody would fucking take
Well,
credit.
yes, we want to thank you for making this show be a thing, for canceling our other show. So yes,
that's
we thank
right.
you for
I
that.
canceled a show, and then I made you guys do it. It was so much better, you know.
Oh, and we also thank you for canceling the website also because
yes, all of your back shit is no longer anywhere.
So we had to figure out other ways to get the podcast
Anything
going.
I can do to sabotage shit.
Where would we be without you? Oh,
that's
and
what
we
I'm
have
here to do tonight.
And we have a new guest, new time coming to the podcast. A long time listener, been listening to it. We actually do a lot of talking about this same stuff offline. So it's like, you know what? You just bring them on. So we're gonna bring on Remy J. Knott. Remy, tell them about yourself.
What up?
Give him a whole beat down. Give him a whole. Where are you right now?
I am right now at Social 21 Bistro, getting ready to put some artists on the stage, running sound and doing this at the same time. Thought I was gonna miss it, but I couldn't miss it for the world. I jumped on early, as a matter of fact.
Bam, Renaissance man. There you go.
Man, you didn't notice him talking shit. I jumped on early, as a matter of fact. That means we were waiting on your ass.
So is there going to be a live show while this is going on?
That's even better. I'm gonna just go to that.
Yeah.
Just
I'm gonna be with Remy at the same time.
I'd rather watch the show than this.
I may be able to arrange it.
All right, so like I said, what we're gonna do, we're doing a bonus episode a week. Normally we do one episode a week, but this time we decided to double up because one reason we barely could get anything going on last episode because half of the episode was a damn wall of memorial, because like 2021 did like a Thanos snap and everybody died. Betty White, John Madden. Remy, did you know that the Mac died?
Listen, man. Listen, you know how you see things and you just scroll by like, nah.
Right.
Rudy Ray Moore.
No, that's Dolomite.
Oh, you said the Mac.
The Mac, yeah, and the Human Tornado and Devil's Son-in-Law. No, not
yes.
No.
Wow.
Mac Jules. Yeah, so he passed this weekend. I was like, whoa.
That's crazy.
Me personally, that's my favorite like blaxploitation movie of the 70s. That's why I had to talk about Max Julian on there. So that. And
did you like The Return?
The Return, but he wasn't in that, was he?
No, but I'm asking you, did you like it?
I didn't see that one because he wasn't in it. So I'm like, nah, I can't, because you can't emulate Goldie. You can't emulate Goldie.
He just likes the song "Return of the Mac."
Yeah.
I didn't understand this song until I had a breakup. Because I'm thinking like "Return of the Mac." Is there like a first Mac, a song that I did?
Is that like another Mac that we're talking about here?
So, but when I got a breakup and then I went back and heard that song, I'm like, now I get it. Now
I get it.
Please say, yeah.
It has meaning.
You gotta go through things. But anyway, let's get to the podcast. Let's start off what we're talking about. We're gonna talk about the best of 2021. We're gonna jump into it. First thing we're gonna do is talk about best movies of 2021. We're gonna start with that. And to keep in mind, even though it's a comic book podcast, we're not doing just best comic book movies. We're just gonna do just movies. Whatever you want. I don't care. I already know Eli's list. I already know Eternals is not on the list, so we can go with that. But Remy, since you are on a limited time right now, I'm going to let you go first, and we kind of like
All right, so I would say first, let me ask the Snyder Cut was in 2021, right?
Yeah,
February 2021. Guess who's listening?
Okay. I want to be sure because 2020 and 2021 somehow amalgamated into one another, and they kind of
somehow everybody got that. Yeah, dude.
Yeah, so I'm like, I get confused what came out when. I would say Snyder Cut. I loved that. It was long, but I loved it. And
I liked it because it was long.
Listen, I still watch it. Then I like what was that movie Ryan Reynolds did on Netflix? Underground.
Red Notice.
I like Red Notice. Red Notice was good.
That was cool.
I liked Black Widow. Was Black Widow 2021?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I liked Black Widow. That may be an unpopular one for anybody else, but I really did enjoy Black Widow. And I also like what's going on, God. And I also liked now this one, I'm gonna freak you out with this one. King Kong versus Godzilla.
Yeah, that's on my list, man.
Here's the thing. I think that's like the number one, like the highest grossing HBO Max movie this year. King Kong versus Godzilla. I think so.
I enjoyed it. And then I would have to top it off my five with Spider-Man, No Way Home.
Okay, so that's fine. You gave us 5. Okay. All right. So, okay, so we got one that listed Spider-Man No Way Home as number 1. Let's see where else we go with that.
Sorry, none of your movies are on my. Oh no, one movie is on my list.
Well, that's a good thing.
Hold up, I'm trying to see if I can guess which one. I think I know which. Not Ryan Reynolds. I know that. We're gonna
Godzilla Kong.
Oh shit, you're right. I see.
That's the one. It's got to be.
It's got to be the one. All right, We're gonna rotate this thing around. We're gonna let you go next. So let's see what you got.
All right, I got Godzilla Kong.
Name the art house.
I do have at least one art house movie on here. Fat
T, come on, man.
Yeah, Travis.
Black Widow was fine. Black Widow was fine. They couldn't really add much. You know the best part about Black Widow? Florence Pugh. We got her out of that motherfucker.
Oh yeah.
She's bad, dude.
Yelena Belova is cold.
Oh, she's amazing. That smile. I got Doom in at number 4, even though it was a half-ass first half. I got high hopes. I got Suicide Squad at number 3. And this actually got bumped up after Leroy.
You know what?
American flag Starro.
You know what? I'm
and everybody going off. I'm like, well, fuck yeah.
Oh, people already get mad at me.
People hated that, dude.
Get the fuck out. I'm like, damn.
Dude, there were veterans in there going, I didn't fight for this country. I'm like, oh shit.
Oh, they like, I wish you would say this offline so I could find you.
Yeah.
They saying all this stuff like that. And people are just going off. I'm like, first off, I didn't watch that fucking movie. I don't know what you're talking about. 2, I don't know what this fucking starfish is. And 3, you can talk about the American government all you want to, but you better not disrespect my flag. I'm like, what the fuck going on here, man? People just, I don't know what's going on with people, but yeah.
For my number 2, I have Judas and the Black Messiah.
Damn.
That made my list.
That's the art house film I got on there, dude. I am a sucker for his. It is.
Okay, we'll allow.
This is Best Picture.
Hey, if it doesn't have superheroes in it, then it's art house.
Exactly.
Everybody in that movie would play the superhero.
Oh wait, hold on, King Richard.
Oh, that movie was awesome, dude.
King Richard. Forgot it.
Great. Yeah, I love that shit. And number 1, I have The Matrix. It was the movie I had the most fun with this year by a mile. And most of it was not while I was actually watching the movie. Most of it while I was talking with you assholes about
but we were arguing all day about it.
Y'all watched it live.
That's the best part of The Matrix.
No, we didn't watch it live. I bashed it. He loved it. And we just come up.
I had a great time with all of those movies. But yeah, those are mine, and in order. Man, I got a lot of honorable mentions. But
so Matrix is your number 1?
What? The Matrix is my number 1.
I saw it coming.
Yeah.
I saw it coming.
Well, God bless you.
See? He's already talking shit.
All right. So, Eli, you up next.
All right. Yeah, in no particular order because I didn't rank these. Now, I couldn't decide if this was a movie or a TV show because they came out like 3 weeks apart. But Fear Street on Netflix.
No, that's a movie, like a movie event.
Yeah, it was like a trilogy
series, but okay.
But they were all movie length, though.
They were all like full-length features.
Yeah.
But it was a trilogy, but they came out like once every week. So it was weird. So I wasn't sure if is this a TV show or a movie. I'm gonna say fuck it. It's a trilogy of movies.
Yeah, that was a fun month, man. That was a fun.
That was great.
It was a cool.
It was like October, right?
No, it was summer. It was like July.
Yeah, it was summer.
Yeah. So that was a fun little horror romp. I have Nobody. I don't know if nobody probably saw it, but Nobody was dope.
Bob Odenkirk.
Yeah, Bob Odenkirk.
It was dope.
Yeah.
Mute me again because it's gonna get loud.
Yeah.
I just mute you back and forth, so it's cool.
Yeah.
I can do it. I do.
Okay.
Yeah, Nobody had the, everyone talks about the Shang-Chi bus fight. No, the bus fight in Nobody, I have Suicide Squad.
Nice.
Probably my favorite comic book movie of the year. It was a lot of fun. James Gunn just letting loose, R-rated, no reins.
I gotta ask Eli, did my meme bump it up a little bit?
No. I wrote
Like,
these
fuck your
down
meme.
like a couple weeks ago. Suicide Squad's been one of my favorite movies of the year. You know?
Okay.
I got Spider-Man. Hey, that was fun. That was a lot of fun. You know,
You better not let the art house fans hear that.
The kitchen sink of superhero movies.
Yeah,
Right.
basically, yeah. Endgame point 2.0.
Let's say something about it. Let's say something
Go,
about this.
go to Subway. What else would you like? Everything.
Yeah. Would you like to say now?
No. You know what? I'm gonna save it for mine because it's on my list also. So I just do my rant then. So.
And then I got Malignant, the biggest surprise of the year for me.
You hated that movie.
No, I
You
didn't.
review. Okay.
The first time I saw it, I was like, "What am I watching?" And then the first half was kind of like boring. You kind of know it. You know, it's a kind of corny horror shit. But then the second half of the movie turns into just bonkers, campy insanity. And I've watched that movie like 5 times now. I even went and saw it in the theater. One of the movies I saw in the theater this year.
Nice.
So that was a big surprise. Something I didn't think I was going to like.
And that was a movie on HBO Max.
That was on
Still
HBO Max, and I went and saw it in the theater. Yeah. Yeah. That's those are my 5.
I figured you'd have more horror.
I thought you.
I have a lot more like honorable mentions horror. You know, I got a lot of honorable mentions. That Slumber Party Massacre was a lot of fun. Night Raiders, I forgot about that. Night Raiders is that native sci-fi flick where it's like a dystopian future and they're kidnapping kids and forcing them into the military, and then this chick joins this like native freedom fighting force. Pretty cool. So native sci-fi, thought that was cool. I got The Harder They Fall. We never got to talk about that, but
something happened that week. You know where? Because another big movie they get, and I wanted to really talk about Harder They Fall. I didn't want to just breeze through it, like do a 5-minute. Oh, it's cool. You know, I wanted to like dig into it. You know,
but that was
so that's why we didn't. But you're right. We didn't talk about that.
Yeah, and then Dune. I had Dune as an honorable mention. Yeah, but that's it. That's all I got.
I love Dune except for the ending, and not the fact that the ending was bad. It ended. I was like, "What the fuck? It's over. That's it."
Because that's what I never expected. That's what I never expected, that I was gonna like Dune more than Eli did. I wasn't expecting that.
That's my main gripe, is because it just kind of cut short.
Because anything I know about Dune, I learned from Eli. He just
I'm
did
like Zendaya just fucking showed up. You ended the movie.
People were pissed about that. They they had like big articles about that. Zendaya's in the movie for 5 minutes, and she probably wasn't even that long.
It's like, what's her name in The Matrix? Christina Ricci in The Matrix.
No, that pissed me off.
I know.
I didn't even know.
I didn't even know she was in the movie. She just popped up.
There she is. No, she not no more. She gone now.
Here
did they go? Oh, it's on me. Okay, shit.
Oh, and Kate. Kate. I don't know if anybody saw Kate.
I didn't see Kate.
Oh, that's great. If out of action movies, I was gonna either choose Nobody or Kate, because Kate was awesome too. Kate's got that really brutal John Wick style action, really bloody, really ultra violent shit that I love. So. But yeah, that's on Netflix. That was a lot of fun too.
So who's in that?
What's her face? Huntress, the chick who played the Huntress.
Mary Winstead, Elizabeth,
something. Yeah, Ramona Flowers from Scott Pilgrim.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So what am my list? Okay, I got my
Here we
top
go.
3. Let's get there. Okay, so number 5, I got to put Judas and Black Messiah on there also. I love him when I saw. Remy, I think we saw that together. Remember, we did. Yeah, we hosted and started together. Okay, so that's why they got to be on there. We were just sitting there like, whoa, like, and then I learned stuff from that movie. So yeah, and plus so I did a whole bunch of research after that. So I love movies when they do that. So that's one. Number 4, Harder They Fall. Got to put that in there. I'm really pissed we get a chance to talk about that. You know, sorry. Nothing. All right, so I got number 4. Number 3, here we go with the superhero shit. It's got to be in there. Number 3, the Snyder Cut. Got to put in there.
That's fine.
It's got to be.
That's
in there.
true cinema.
It felt like true cinema to me in my wheelhouse. That's what it felt like, because it felt like, man, this is like a Lord of the Rings type epic we're getting right here.
If you really watch Snyder's work, then you'll get it. You know,
the visionary.
He is an auteur.
Yeah, man. You got to dig into it. It's not this simple surface level stuff, man.
Slow.
But you know, that was a theme. I watched
Dude, that movie had so much slow motion. Even the guy who went fast was in fucking slow motion.
I'll just say that I watched the movie, man. I started breaking stuff down in the movie, how everybody had their own like music video into it. You know, how everybody was. I just love the movie. I'm gonna watch it tonight after. If I don't go over there where Remy's at right now, I'm gonna watch the movie tonight. Number 2, Shang-Chi. Love that movie. Don't care what it's. Not only was it my favorite, it's probably my favorite soundtrack too. The whole soundtrack was a hip hop soundtrack in Chinese. I didn't know what the hell anybody was saying. Didn't care.
If you like
Loved
that, listen to the Kate soundtrack because it was the same thing.
What, the Chinese hip hop?
Japanese.
Oh, even better.
The Yakuza. Okay. And it was a lot of like, a lot of trap music, like trap beats with like Japanese lyrics. It was
Okay, well, I won't know what
she had best fights, man.
No. It's better than best fights. I get it. Y'all saying it ripped off Jackie Chan and Bob Odenkirk.
Got daddy issues in the MCU. Every motherfucker in the MCU got daddy issues. Even Odin seems to have daddy issues somehow.
So you blaming the movies for what the comics did?
No, they expand on that in the comics. Come on.
No, they didn't. In the comics,
Shang-Chi didn't have a beef with his dad.
He hated his dad.
Not like that.
He shot his dad. He came back, but still.
Still, he came back. But I don't know, man.
Are you saying that all comic book movies are the same?
Except the Snyder Cut, man.
Except the Snyder Cut. No evil dads in that one. No evil dads at all in that one.
What? Vic Stone.
Oh, Vic Stone is an evil dad in that. He's right.
No. Well, man Silas.
Oh, yeah, he is. It is Silas.
But not evil. He rides the line.
Superman not saving his dad from a tornado?
That's not the Snyder Cut, though.
His dad told him not to do it, though.
Yeah, his dad told him not to do it.
That was stupid.
I know. I love that argument, but I can take it both ways so hard.
Batman, I mean, he's got daddy and mommy issues, so.
Yeah. Poor Batman. Poor Batman.
And but the reason I'm putting Shang-Chi up there so high, not because it's just, it does a middle of the road, it does everything MCU does. It's a love letter to Hong Kong cinema, not just kung fu.
That's fair.
Also, you got the wushu. Also, you got the big fantasy stuff that they've all been trying to do in China, but they didn't have Disney's money behind it. Yeah. This, you got it.
Even the representation angle is
even the representation of it. There's a lot of stuff in the movie that we don't catch. But people in that community catch it. Like I went back and looked at some YouTube videos or reviews of just what they caught. Like the whole I speak ABC line. I didn't catch that line. I went back and listened to it and I'm like, oh, it means American born Chinese. It was something just for them. So I'm like, oh, and then there's a whole bunch of stuff.
Hey, I'm gonna keep y'all muted, but I gotta go inside.
Oh, that's cool.
Okay.
That's cool, Remy. All right. So, but yeah, so that's why I put it so high up there. And plus, I just love rewatching that movie over again, just seeing. It was just an awesome movie. And plus, I'm a little biased. I like Jung from Kim's Convenience.
Oh, so yeah, me too.
Yeah, so just seeing him, in a big budget movie, I'm like, oh yeah, cool.
All right. The dude who played Kimchi in that is supposed to be getting a new show where he's like a suburban stay-at-home dad. I'm really excited.
On what? On
the dude who plays Kimchi.
Right. The Kimchi on Kimchi.
On Kim's Convenience. His friend, his best friend. He's getting his own
show.
Right,
but I'm saying, where's the show's going to be at?
Oh, I don't know.
Okay.
I only know half of anything.
Okay. So, all right. So, number one, we already know it's going to be Spider-Man. And now, the reason, and I'm going to start my rant on Spider-Man. Now, everybody want to talk about, it's the all you can eat, McDonald's, everything on the burgers, thrown in the kitchen. Yeah, it's Subway, all this stuff like that. That's all fine and dandy. But the thing is, other movies have done it.
All of a sudden, Amazing Spider-Man movies are awesome.
Yeah, Logan.
That's
did
wrong.
It.
Let's just stop that right now. Let's just put that in the bud. Those movies still suck. I don't care what anybody say. Let's not do some revisionist history while all these movies are good. No, they still suck. They were ass then, they're ass now. But I will go back this to say that other movies have tried to do the nostalgia bait,
like
just
Logan?
throw everything. Like, no, I'm talking about this year. No, I'm not even going back. I'm just talking about this year. Like Ghostbusters.
I didn't see Ghostbusters
Everyone
yet.
Exactly. Everybody says it, but nobody's seen it.
Yeah.
But that's my whole point. The point is that it probably just did a whole bunch of nostalgia bait to it. Honestly, I forget you on the show, Gomer. Because I was about to say Eli.
It's okay.
But you're here now. Gomer, I'm going to put the Matrix in there. The Matrix did the same thing.
But that was the point. It was a critique of that genre, of digging back into the nostalgia. And it's okay. I understand if people don't get it. People still don't get the original Matrix trilogy, you know? And I'm not shitting on No Way Home for doing what it did and doing what it did right. But nostalgia as a genre is fucking played out. And that's
I'm saying it's a way to do it right and a way to do it wrong. That's all I'm saying.
Sure. I mean, I'm so glad that it only took 6 shitty Spider-Man movies to get to one good one.
The hell? Come on. Oh, okay. I'm trying to count. Okay.
I like the Raimi movies.
Yeah, I like them too. I'm just talking. I like the one with the robot fucking Rhino, dude. I like all those fucking movies for what they are.
That's the one we just shitted on. No,
I don't mind those at all. I don't. I love Garfield.
I didn't really mind him either. I thought the second Andrew Garfield movie was kind of eh. Yeah. But his first one, I really didn't mind. I mean, I was like, hey, it's a Spider-Man movie, whatever.
Exactly.
You know,
I don't know.
I'm not gonna bash watching Spider-Man flip and swing everywhere. You know,
I like to put these movies, you know, or at least critique these movies based on what they're giving us, not based on like these comparative analysis to things, but in the context of like movies that are using other movies to build their foundation, like Logan, like the Ghostbusters.
Like Endgame, yeah.
Endgame is a different sort of animal because it's more of a direct sequel. They had planned to eventually get to Endgame. I'm sure Feige had in his fucking head when Iron Man was doing its thing. You know, that dude, you know, the way his mind works, they were eventually going to get somewhere that immense. But they didn't plan No Way Home when they were doing Andrew Garfield's, you know, shit. They took old shit and put a new angle on it. And
if it wasn't for William Dafoe saying, "No, I don't want a cameo. I want it to be something cool," and it's his fault. He's the reason why it's so good.
Yeah.
Well, we don't know that Feige was going to make him a cameo.
Because if it wasn't for William Dafoe, that would have just been an after credit scene. You know.
I doubt that.
Yeah, I don't know either.
I think they were going to bring all those guys in and actually make them a rule. I think that's why he signed up for it. They sold them on the pitch, and that's what it was. That's what I think. So
yeah, and again, I am okay with that sort of shit going on, but I think you have to take it for what it is, and it's okay to say, yeah, it took 6 shitty Spider-Man movies to make a good one. I think it's okay to say it took 6 shitty X-Men movies to get to Logan. And I'm okay sitting through those 6 shitty X-Men movies because Logan was so damn good.
I mean, but but Logan doesn't even really do anything with other X-Men movies. Like they don't tie in at all. You can really just watch Logan.
Thematically, it's all about Xavier's dream coming to an end.
And that's the whole shit with Xavier.
And if you don't know, reborn again in the next generation.
And if you don't know who Xavier is, I mean, all that shit.
Yeah, you know who all those characters are.
And that it does take place in some future after all the X-Men are gone, you know.
Yeah, I mean, you know where it's going through the Age of Apocalypse. I mean, we're talking about like a 10-year-old movie now, and that's not fair to talk about that while we're bringing up No Way Home and how No Way Home used that shit. And I don't know, nostalgia as a genre is awesome. It works, but there has to be some sort of levelness eventually. Eventually it's going to level out. Eventually everybody who gives a fuck about the 80s is going to fucking die.
But the thing is,
eventually everybody who cares about the 90s won't matter anymore.
Well, the thing about nostalgia,
then we'll be living off the nostalgia of the things that were created to use nostalgia as a promotional tool. It just seems like an endless cycle to me that go ahead, Eli. I'm sorry.
But everything is every decade has its nostalgia. If we're going back to the 80s, they were all nostalgic for the 50s. You had Back to the Future. You had fucking Peggy Sue
Flash
Got
Gordon,
Married.
which was,
Yeah, you had all these like remakes, Invaders from Mars and the Blob, all these remakes of 50 sci-fi movies that came out.
Sure, but what is our pop culture now?
And then
in
the
terms
90s,
of everything.
The 90s was Quentin Tarantino jerking off the 70s and grunge and the hippies and
He's
shit.
still doing that. He's still doing that in this decade.
Yeah.
But my point is
all the generation that were kids, and then now, yes, that is pop culture now. Now we're having a nostalgia for the 80s.
But I think it's more than that. I think what we're seeing now is nostalgia as a genre, meaning that everything within pop culture today now is leaning on some form of nostalgia, something that happened before. So
pop culture,
what
'cause that's what
is our
sells.
foundation for pop culture in this decade? Is it all based on the 80s and 90s? Because if
Pretty
it
much.
is, the
Yes,
nostalgia for this decade runs out.
Yeah.
And
Then they'll just
that's a
keep it going.
cultural desert. That's
They'll
a
keep it
cultural
going.
desert.
20 years from now, we're gonna get a grim, ritty reboot movie of Fortnite. It's gonna happen. We won't know what the fuck
Oh
it is.
my God,
But
dude!
they'll know.
Don't. Are you
I'm just saying.
serious?
I'm just saying,
No.
it's coming. It's gonna happen.
It won't be a movie.
It'll be like the Lego Batman movie, right?
It
With
won't be a movie
1,000
because
different
no one's going to the
fucking
movie
cameos.
theaters anymore.
Right. It'll be streamed in your eyeball or some shit. I don't know, because
Yeah,
COVID will
on
have
your
wiped
Google
out movie theaters by
glasses.
then. Yeah.
Oh man. But I mean, I don't want to paint a terrible picture, and I'm certainly not saying that these movies aren't fun to watch and entertaining, you know, and people can love what they love, and I want them to love what they love. I'm just saying, I think there might be a problem moving forward when it comes to media.
I mean, well, Matrix didn't make my list, mainly because of the action. As a movie, I love.
But
all the
neither one of
themes.
us hated it. Neither one of us hated it.
No, I
love
listened to the show.
I
yeah.
love the themes. I love all the ideas. I mean, that's what the Matrix does. Matrix is deep, and it makes you think and question your surroundings and question the world, question existence. That's just what the Matrix does. And this Matrix did that. So in that sense, it served its purpose. But as far as a movie, I thought it lacked action. You know, that's why I got Nobody and Kate over the Matrix movies. You know,
well,
when the old Matrix movies had awesome action scenes?
Yeah,
all of them. I loved all the action.
Sure.
I love the car chases.
The action still stands up in those.
Yeah, I loved all that battle mech shit in Zion. I loved all that shit. I loved the Superman flights, and it had great action. And this one just didn't have that much cool action.
No, that's fair.
You know,
one of my favorite angles of the Matrix Resurrections, is how all of the excuses, all of the replies that you could give to the haters are literally baked into the movie. Like there's a guy, one of the hipsters, who, what is the Matrix about? And he's like, bullet time. It's all, you know what I mean?
I feel like that's a cop out to make the movie lazy. That's me.
Of it.
Yeah, I feel like that's a cop out to be lazy. That's all.
It feels
since I'm making a lazy movie, man. I've already said it's going to be lazy, so you can't critique it. That's
exactly.
That's not good. That's even worse.
Almost genius in a way.
That's not genius.
Today's
That's
divisive
lazy.
social media landscape, where it doesn't matter what you say. If I go and I say, yeah, half of the MCU movies are just not very good, I can defend that, and most people would agree if they were rational. But if I say that somewhere on social media, dude, I'm gonna get crucified.
It happened today over Scorsese.
It happened today. It happened today.
We're still bitching about what Scorsese said 3 years ago.
I know, it's awesome. And he didn't
Scorsese's
really say
got
anything
2
that
more
bad.
movies since then.
All he said was basically, I'm not a fan
I
of
don't
Marvel
like these movies.
And people are like, oh, well, fuck you. I'm not a fan of you. And it's like,
all your movies are boring.
Yeah. What 13-year-old could I take to go see your movies?
Yeah.
None, please. Do not take 13-year-olds to see Scorsese movies.
Everybody
please.
can like everything. It's just
exactly,
you don't have to pick. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, but back to what I was saying. The Matrix made me think and brought up all these great ideas and themes. Because I know the world, because I'm such a fan of the genre or that universe. And yes, nostalgia was a part of that. Spider-Man did the same thing. It brought all this shit together. But the thing about what it did that the Matrix did is it actually made me feel. You know what I mean? It made me.
That's fair.
I was attached to the characters because I know who Spider-Man is and I know the world and blah 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 blah. And I think that's the reason the problem people have with the Matrix movies is the characters are very kind of square and rigid.
Couldn't connect to him.
They have a hard time connecting with Neo because he is just this drone of
blank
a character.
slate.
Yeah, he's not Indiana Jones or Peter Parker or whoever your favorite characters. So they have a hard time relating to him. Whereas Spider-Man, everyone can relate to Spider-Man.
Sure, but are you relating to Are you relating to it because you know the character from reading the comics forever, or is it because you watched these movies that came out in the early 2000s? And
it's all that. It's the nostalgia plays in.
I mean, who don't know Spider-Man?
But I mean, the main pull of this Spider-Man movie was the fact that they were pulling in Garfield and Maguire and using.
And it was Garfield that made me feel the most.
See, dude, that
but
motherfucker.
He
had the best 2021, easy.
But that's not because of it's just his movie. I know the story of Gwen Stacy and what happened and how that was a big moment in Spider-Man lore, you know.
Sure.
So for him to like go back and sort of redeem himself, you know, that's just, and then just having Andrew Garfield's face doing that and conveying that emotion, that was great. That was probably my favorite movie moment of the year.
Even though I called it in the trailer.
Yeah,
even though we didn't even know they were in it.
Well,
that was the worst kept secret in Hollywood.
I didn't know. I didn't watch the trailers that closely, and like,
yeah.
So you didn't see it where Lizard was kicked by an invisible foot nowhere? You didn't.
I watched the trailers. I saw.
Yeah, they were freeze framing shit. You know,
dude, it was not 20 minutes after the trailer dropped. They had that scene of Lizard. I mean,
I didn't watch any of that shit.
Yeah,
I saw the scene of MJ falling. I'm like, oh, are they going to kill MJ this time, or is it just going to blah blah blah? I know what they're doing, you know. But
Zendaya's way too big of a star to.
Did you notice how big she was on the poster?
Yeah,
like she took up more poster than like any other villains did. I'm like, she got a paycheck for this. You know she did.
She's the leading lady in Hollywood. I don't give a fuck.
Pretty much.
But as far as like intellectually and expanding my mind, I would rather talk about Matrix than Spider-Man.
Yeah,
not really, because that's the thing. Because I felt like Matrix. That's just me.
Though, you know,
I just feel like Matrix is one of those movies that people. You know what? I'm not gonna go there. Let's
go ahead. Let's talk about the zombie horde being the Twitter canceling people.
If you want to go there, sure. That's
fine. There. It's there.
If you want to go there, that's fine. Yeah,
it's there. Just like
you can say that for any zombie, and you say it in Walking Dead. You say it in Last of Us
make
too.
a lot of weird
that's what I'm saying. Because they're so vague with their shit, you can just put whatever you want to.
Say that about the Chitauri and Thanos' army, you know.
If you want to, go ahead, sure, knock stuff out. You know, but that's the whole point, that they're not being. That's the thing. Matrix was throwing out so many Psych 101 evaluations. Just moving on to the next one. People are just latching onto it because they think they're supposed to, because it's the Matrix. It's supposed to mean something.
Wouldn't we be saying the same thing if the internet existed in 1999? Wouldn't that same critique be available for the first Matrix movie? If there was the internet,
no, it doesn't. Because the moment I watched this movie, I went back and watched that first movie. I was like, is the Matrix overrated? Am I not getting a Matrix? No, the first movie is still awesome. The first movie is an excellent.
Is it because of the fights, though?
No, I mean, the fights it's an awesome movie. No, it's an awesome movie. It's an awesome script. The way it plans itself out, it is an awesome narrative. Whoever wrote that plot, I'm sure is not the same person that wrote this movie. Because it can tell the difference.
I mean, technically they are the same person, but
we're not gonna go there.
Literally, they are not the same person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So can we move on to the next one?
We have a next one?
Yeah.
I got some other honorable movie mentions. Mitchell's versus the Machines was a dope animated, probably best of the year. Many Saints in Newark.
Really?
You like that?
I know both of you guys liked it, but for like different reasons. I just liked it as an Easter egg hunt.
Leroy liked it.
I liked it as an Easter egg hunt. But
I liked it for what it was. It wasn't my top 10, but yeah.
Yeah. Being the Ricardos was
I haven't seen that
great
yet.
acting.
I want to see
it.
It
Was fun. I have this on my list. The Eyes of Tammy Faye. You guys know what this is about?
Yeah, I haven't seen
I figured it's about Jim Baker and Tammy Faye.
But it's directed by Aaron Sorkin, Nicole Kidman. Oh no, Jessica Chastain and Andrew Garfield. Dude, it's just for the acting. Andrew Garfield had the best 2021. That motherfucker is amazing. And then Vincent D'Onofrio was Jerry Falwell in that. It's worth watching just for that. Is
he still big in that? Because
he kind of fluctuates.
No, I'm thinking of Jimmy Swaggart. Sorry.
Yeah. I have a musicals list too, different music stuff. But
go ahead.
Knock stuff out. Go ahead.
Yeah.
We'll get to that later. You still want to talk about that?
You can talk about your favorite albums if you want to do music.
This Is Pop was an 8-part Netflix documentary. Did anyone else watch this?
No.
It was pretty good. It had a bunch of different chapters, like one on boy bands that sort of redeemed Boys to Men as the originators of the boy band, which is really good.
Well, we can go back before that. We can talk about New Edition.
Sure. But they have an episode on auto-tune. That is the redemption of the one and only T-Pain. Okay. It's great. It's wonderful. Woodstock 99, Peace, Love, and Rage.
Oh, I did saw that.
That was part of this music box series that also had a Kenny G hour and an Alanis Morissette hour. It was very good. Tick, Tick, Boom.
Andrew Garfield.
Andrew Garfield, just fucking amazing, dude. Lin-Manuel Miranda directed it. It's based on a stage musical by Jonathan Larson. He's the dude who did Rent. It was really good. In the Heights was fucking amazing.
I knew you got In the Heights going to be there. Yeah.
Just a little mention on In the Heights and who was in it. Anthony Ramos, he's in the new Transformers movie. Leslie Grace is your Batgirl. Melissa Barrera is going to be in the new Scream movie. It also had Jimmy Smits in it, just big spectacle. And Bo Burnham's inside. I don't know if y'all watched it. It was more of a comedy thing than anything, but it had a lot of music to go along with it. It was awesome. Also, the Mouse Rat, the Awesome album came out from Mouse Rat.
Mouse Rat?
It's the band. It's the band that Chris Pratt was in Parks and Rec.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, the album came out. So yeah, that's it. I got a bunch of documentaries too, but I don't think you guys want to hear about those either.
I don't think we do. All right, let's move on to the next one. Move on to the next one. Okay, like I said, we were going to do TV shows. I don't watch a lot of TV shows. We're just going to talk about the TV shows we did. We're just going to talk about just Disney Plus. We're talking about Disney Plus because it's five shows, so it's easy to rank those. Okay. So, Eli, even though I know you didn't watch all of them, just rank the ones by the ones you think you might like over the others.
Well, Mandalorian, Boba Fett, Bad Batch, and the Star Wars Visions.
There you go. Okay.
What the fuck?
Okay, but go. I'll let you go. You can go because Eli already gave his list. But yeah,
number 5. Hawkeye.
I got a list of TV that I could talk about.
Okay. Yeah, I got a list of TV too, man. It's awesome.
None of those I just mentioned are on it either.
Yeah, I don't have any of the DC.
I imagine that. That's why I just said yes, Disney Plus. Because
I don't have any of the MCU shows in my regular top 5 either. But Hawkeye, the Christmas angle is great. I'll probably watch it every year just because it's a Christmas MCU show and it works. And it's not bad, but it's sort of like the MCU movies themselves. You know, there's better ones, right? Falcon and Winter Soldier at number 4. I loved everything it did. I think it should have done it more. I don't think it leaned heavy enough into the whole race thing. I didn't think it leaned hard enough into the new Captain America.
I think it needed like an episode or 2 more.
It did. It needed a little bit more, dude. Just a little bit more. Number 3 is What If. Before the last episode of What If, it would have been number 5 because it was just fun.
I feel the same. That
last episode hit and it tied every fucking thing together and made evil Doctor Strange important.
Yeah, now it's required viewing. Yeah,
it actually got better when the Doctor Strange trailer came out like a week ago.
They were like,
oh shit, what is? It's important now. Loki, just a shit ton of fun. You know, everything that comic book adaptations should be. Just dumb, stupid, big sci-fi fun. And then WandaVision, which didn't
like no help.
Yeah. And then WandaVision, which wasn't just a good MCU show. It was just a good fucking television show that actually used television to tell its story. Remember when WandaVision was coming out? I know the year is a blur, but it's my fucking Mephisto. It's
every meme.
It's this thing. It's every meme. Agatha all along. I mean, everybody trying to figure out actually what the fuck was going on.
Pierto coming back and
yeah, dude.
Everyone said, "Oh, it's the X-Men."
Yeah. Oh, there's Cyclops in the bee costume or something. I don't fucking know, but yeah, dude, it was rad. But at its heart, it was about coping and trying to you know get over a loss, and
it's about grief.
And almost going back into oneself. You know, the whole reason there was TV shit, the old school TV stuff, is because that's what she watched when she was a little kid. And she was, you know, traumatized then. And where we go when we're traumatized now is oftentimes where we go when we were traumatized then. And I think WandaVision is bigger than the MCU, man.
Yeah, she was longing for a family. And what our TV sitcoms are all family
cinema.
Sitcoms. Yeah,
pure cinema.
And all their problems get wrapped up in 30 minutes. Move on to the next thing.
Yeah. So all them shows are great, but WandaVision is time. I think timeless television. You know, I think it ranks up there in terms of comic book TV adaptations with Watchmen for me. And y'all know how I think about that one season of Watchmen.
No, WandaVision made my list. That's on my list.
Nice.
Out of all the MCU shows, that was my favorite. I also have Superman and Lois.
Oh,
what a surprise that was.
Crazy.
Yes. I love that show.
Smallville 2.
Yeah. I mean, it's on the CW, though. I thought
it's on the
CW, so it's shit, you know.
Yeah,
oh, it is.
But it was good shit.
Yeah, it's fine.
I did not think I was gonna like it, and I was every week. My stories, I couldn't wait. You know? Betty is that show on HBO about the girl skate crew, skateboarders in New York and shit. That's a lot of fun.
Nice.
Chucky, another surprise.
Oh wow! I haven't caught that yet.
I did not think I was gonna like Chucky. Holy shit!
It's dumb as hell.
It is, but it's great. It's got my favorite trope in horror movies: little kids fighting monsters or killers. I love movies like the Monster Squad
and
Lost Boys. You know,
even
Invaders
The Shining
from Mars
to an extent.
Yeah, fucking what's that with Terror Vision? You know, just little kids like why I love Stranger Things. You know, little kids battling great odds, and that's what this
Goonies. What's that one when I got the hole in the backyard?
Oh, The Gate.
The Gate, yeah. Fucking love The Gate.
Well, hell, you last sound like you love Ghostbusters, the new one.
I haven't seen the Ghostbusters.
I'm just saying, from what I've seen, it sounds like that's what it is.
Yeah, I mean,
it's Stranger Things with Ghostbusters.
It's on Vudu now. I plan on watching it this weekend when I get paid.
Nice.
But no, Chucky was great. It was really campy, but really gory as far as like a TV show on Sci-Fi Network. It pushed the gore, solid kills. It branched open the Chucky universe. You know, it really expanded on it. But it had a surprising a lot amount of heart. It was very poignant. It was about bullying. You know, this kid's being bullied, and Chucky helps him out, and it's great.
Nice.
You know, I'm still a little miffed that it didn't go where I want it to go. I'm waiting for the army of. I mean, they've established in the movies that Chucky can now put himself into multiple dolls.
Oh shit!
And so
it'll be like the board.
Yes, and that Chucky remake that came out a couple years ago with Mark Hamill doing the voice. They kind of teased that. That movie could have been awesome had they did that, but they didn't. But I'm waiting for that. I'm waiting. I wish, you know, movies like Malignant and Stephen King's It, and they're pumping all these big budget horror movies. Like, give Mancini $100 million to make like Attack of the Killer Chuckies. Just have Chuckies just running like Gremlins with Chuckies, though.
Nice.
And then they could fucking form a Voltron and be Kaiju Chucky. Oh man, I would bust so many nuts. But yeah,
I'm not even sure how that would even be horror anymore if you did that Voltron Chucky. But
right, that's
as long
Korean
as he's
horror.
Stomping on people and just squatting.
But that being said, it didn't make my list. But Halloween Kills. I do feel like the movie would have been better at the end if we would have just saw in real time Michael Myers just chopping up those people. You know, when they all just collapsed around him. And he just would have went just nuts and just started chopping them up left and right. I feel like that would have been like a
that would have went completely against the entire theme of the.
But
that's true. That's true. But
you're probably right. But you're probably right.
Yeah, I just want to see. I wish that movie would have been like Predator, only with Michael Myers. The town are just hunting, trying to go out and hunt him, and he's just murking everybody instead of, you know, in the hospital and all that crap that it was. But it had solid kills, you know. Had a lot of solid kills, but no, Rutherford Falls. I had to get Rutherford Falls.
I'm going to say you didn't put that on.
No, it's on there now.
I thought Reservation Dogs was better than Rutherford Falls.
I did not.
Ooh.
No,
really?
I did not. I disagree.
I felt like
Harjo's humor is very dry, and I felt like the show didn't really know what it was trying to do at times. And like,
that was the best part.
I was like, whereas like Rutherford
the show
Falls,
was wandering. To me, the show was wandering just as much as everybody else was.
Yeah, I don't know. There was some, like, especially, I don't want to shit on it too much. I don't want to shit on it all because
I mean, I love Rutherford Falls. It's fucking funny as hell. I swear to God, when he came in there with the fucking corn chips and was like, "Here's your reparations," I was like, "Oh my God, what the fuck did he just do?"
I'm just glad Rutherford Falls celebrated native joy for a change.
Sure, no,
native smiling. You got to see.
I feel like they did a bait. I feel like they did a bait and switch with Rutherford Falls, but that's also why I love the show, because I think it started off with, okay, it's about the white guy coming down here. He's going to do this. He's going to do that, and then it's really not about him.
Yeah.
and he doesn't know what's going on.
Well, on what Eli was saying, that's the only way you can get white people to watch unless the minorities are suffering.
And that's what I was thinking. I was like, oh, that's genius what they just did.
Yeah.
And
you
they
can show natives in the projects. You cannot show natives succeeding.
Yeah, and it addressed all these issues in Native country without being too like preachy about it. It tackled like the land back and the casino issues and and all that historical.
You watch Yellowstone?
No, I tried when I heard there was natives on it, but when I tried,
there are natives in it. It was
all I saw was Asians, so I don't.
Oh, dude, that's a big shit storm, around the show.
Yeah,
but so that was one of my favorites of the year, man. I loved Yellowstone just for the melodramatic, overacted fucking bullshit that.
Well, that dude does put natives. He did Wind River and what's that? The Hell or High Water, which were good.
Yeah, I also had Only Murders in the Building. It's a Hulu show with Martin Short and Steve Martin.
Oh, I haven't seen it.
It's really good. What We Do in the Shadows was dope, and Ted Lasso was.
I still haven't seen What We Do in the Shadows.
It's fantastic, and I have Ted Lasso.
Yeah.
There you go. Okay. Whoa.
He's backstage. He's in the green room.
You about to see some strippers back there. Let me know so I can at least
mute you. Get my shit banned.
Right. Oh wow, it's coming in hot. Okay, Remy, you there? Okay.
I'm on a podcast. For some reason, I can't hear. There we go. Okay.
There you go.
There
okay,
we go.
We can hear you now. All right. Well, hold up.
We're talking TV.
All of my TV.
Okay. All right. So, Remy, where we left off right now, we were doing Disney Plus top 5.
Yeah.
But we kind of just got sidetracked to just whatever. But do your top 5. But if you want to put other TV shows in it, do it. Doesn't matter. But you can go ahead and list them right now if you're there.
All right. Disney Plus. No particular order.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it? To put them in order.
No,
it's your
top 5, man. It's a tie. It's a 5-way tie. It's a 5-way tie. Okay, so let me see. Okay, let's go number 5. Number 5 would probably be Wanda Vision.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah. 4 would be Hawkeye.
Okay. It's
3
Hawkeye, so yeah.
3 would be I'm gonna jump off of that for a minute. 3 would be now this may shock y'all, but I like the Bad Batch.
Oh, that's not
that made Eli's list. Yeah.
I like the Bad Batch. 2 would be Falcon and Winter Soldier. 1 is Loki.
Nice.
Okay.
What if? Did you watch What If?
I forgot What If.
That's okay. That's why it's at the bottom. That's why it's at the bottom.
That's a good point. That's a good point. I forgot about it.
Eli, Goma, what did I just say earlier? You got to go with your gut. It's
true.
Like whatever you name on top, that's normally true.
That's what it is. Yep.
So right. But What If? I enjoyed some of it. I feel like they, as a fan of the What If comic, I felt like they slighted me a little bit. It wasn't enough depth. It was too hard trying to build a universe.
That's
you can tell that's what they were doing, instead of just going all out.
It lost itself, forest for the trees sort of thing. Sure.
Yeah. Yep. Now the zombie episode was fire.
Oh,
they're gonna make a whole show of that. So yeah.
Are they?
Yeah, they make a Marvel zombie show. Yeah,
that's gonna be dope.
Kind of like it has interesting concepts in there. So yeah. All right, so I'm gonna just name mine real quick. Number 5, What If? Bottom of the barrel. Yes, that last episode was fire, but at the same time, one episode can't save the whole show for me.
Facts.
Number 4, Loki. Same reason. It was kind of. I don't even know why they made a Loki show. Here's the thing. It wasn't feel like a Loki.
Hiddleston. They love that character.
They love Hiddleston. I get it. He's charming. But at the same time, you could have stuck anybody in that show and would have had the same effect. You could have stuck She-Hulk in that show. It would have had the same effect.
Well, they're going to do that this year. They are going to do that this year.
They are going to do that this year.
We can bitch about that next January.
Yeah. But I love the last episode. Like I said, the last episode don't save it. I understand people like, oh, it means so much, but I don't give a shit what it means. I just care about, did I enjoy the show or not? It didn't. It was at the bottom.
So you don't really care about the implications of it on
I do not. None whatsoever. If it happens, it happens. Cool. Yeah. Number 3, Hawkeye. Was cool. I expected it to be at the bottom, but it wasn't. So, yeah. All right. So, number 2, WandaVision. Now I'm gonna say why WandaVision is number 2 for me. WandaVision number 2 because when I watched it again, like this weekend, that beginning of it starts off so slow.
It does.
It just like it builds up like, okay, we get to the point of it. So it kind of like a slog to get through. But the more they start peeling apart the mystery and start showing the real world, start showing the color, it starts picking up. So it's like here and it like goes up there.
I rewatched WandaVision too. I compared it.
First episode's creepy.
It is.
The first
you
one,
watch
yes,
this like
but
foofy,
the second
fluffy,
one,
the foofy, fluffy, like 50s sitcom, which is, and they write it brilliantly. It's like a total riff on all those 50s sitcoms, but then all of a sudden those moments where they like, you know,
surreal.
It's surreal. Like where they takes those moments where she's talking to the boss and he's like, okay, what the fuck's going on? And then you get this feeling of slight unease. Yeah, and I thought that was dope. You know?
I actually liked the first episode. I agree with you on the first episode. It's that second episode. It felt like they started running the concept a little bit like, okay, we get it. Give us something else. Even the third episode was
the one with the magic
way.
show or whatever. We go,
the one with the magic show. It was like, okay, we get it, move on. Even the third episode was like, okay, we get it, move on. But at the end of the third episode, when it flipped the script and you know, what the fuck you say about Ultron? You know, that's when the show started picking up, you know.
Leroy, I watched it twice and I compared it to reading a comic book month by month where the cliffhangers are more important than reading the trade all in one sitting. You know what I mean? There was so much time for the internet to interject and build up the episode bigger than it was. I still liked WandaVision for what it did and the themes. So, but I agree. I can't argue with it.
Yeah, but like I said, the more it got into this show, I loved it. So yeah, number 1, Falcon Winter Soldier. Was it a perfect show? No, it was not a perfect show. It kind of felt like it was more about Falcon. Winter Soldier's kind of like here, kind of like Winter Soldier got brushed to the side. It wasn't that buddy cop thing we thought we were gonna get. But I just love what they were doing with the show, not just the talking about the systemic racism that was on the show. I was talking about geopolitical politics going on. This show almost proves that Thanos was right
in the context of the snap. Yes,
in the context of
because it does more with the snap than I think anything
anybody did so far. Because Thanos achieved world peace. That's the thing.
True.
He achieved world peace because when he did,
while Hawkeye's going around slaughtering fucking Nazis,
right? Like I said, you got to break a few omelets, you know. But still, but that's what I'm saying. He achieved world peace. They opened up borders. Everybody was working for each other, but when they brought everybody back, the borders came back. So for that brief period, there was a little bit, you could say, argue that Thanos was right thing going on, you know.
Yeah. And but you're not wrong. I just wish it would have leaned into that shit a lot harder than it did.
I do feel like that it was a drop ball on that. I feel like they were juggling too many plots where they didn't really sing it on one, because that one did need more fleshing out with it.
Yeah. Don Cheadle for the Emmy.
Don Cheadle for the, why the fuck? He don't even know why
90 seconds of work.
Right. Yeah, I mean, it attacked like the classism, because all of a sudden people who are struggling for 5 years and trying to survive, then everybody comes back and they still got all their shit again. It's like the whole have and have nots. You know, again, they could have explored it more, but I did like that, you know.
Yeah, and even John Walker. I don't care what anybody. John Walker was an awesome character.
Oh, he's amazing character.
Like everybody hated him, but that was the whole point. You were supposed to.
He's America today.
That's the whole point. It's like
badass.
Yeah, Steve Rogers is what we want America to be, what we think America is. John Walker is what we are.
Yeah.
Because he is it was like what that Erskine guy said in the first Avenger. He was like, I don't want a good soldier, I want a good man. That's what Piggy was.
I'll go even one more. Abe is what America hides away and tries to forget.
That is true.
That Captain America.
That's the Captain America, but this is the Captain America they don't want you to see. This is the Captain America that's overseas.
See, that's why I'm saying it needed like at least 1 or 2 more episodes. It was just, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you complain because it's not giving you more of what you want, you know,
yeah. I didn't think
but that first episode, talk about first episode. That first episode was dope, where they're flying through the Grand Canyon and shit.
That shit was like movie level, man. That was movie level. That honestly, that's why it's number 1, because that scene alone, I was like,
real cinema. That was real cinema.
It was crazy.
Man, backtrack the leap like a
Scorsese eyebrows going.
Yeah,
it is so much stuff. But yeah, just with John.
Hey, well, what about that power broker? What about that power broker reveal though?
It was too obvious. It was like I saw it coming, but I don't know. It just felt like it felt like they never knew what to do with Sharon Carter, like ever. So they just gave her something to do, you know.
Well,
That's
I
why
think
she
it
has
was
a reason to be in these movies.
all about the evolution of the snap. She got better during the snap as well. She was put in a position where she had power and she could do things. And now everybody's back. She lost a little bit of that because of terrorists in America being back to, you know, not drowning and doing America shit, you know.
And are we gonna forget that Dora Milaje was in this show?
Dude,
that's what I'm saying. People forget this stuff. People forget that Dora Milaje was in this show. That was the dopest scene. Yes, the Dora Milaje, they fleshed them out, you know.
Yeah.
As like I said, best action scenes, that's one of them.
For sure.
Baron Zemo, Baron Zemo was actually good in this show.
Dude, the dance, it was took over the internet. Love that shit.
Yeah, when she took the arm off.
She took that arm like.
Oh yeah, when she took his fucking arm off. Oh damn.
So.
Yeah,
it was so cool. And she was like, "Damn you, James," or "Bash you, damn," whatever she said. She cursed at him, but she took the arm because he didn't know they had a fail-safe plan for him. Like they really didn't trust him. I like
that. You know, you're gonna have the reset button. You just got to get the paper clip in the hole the right way, and it's gonna fall right off.
The white wolf.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. Like people underestimate. And I'm not saying it's not a perfect show. There are things they can give. Hopefully in 2022 they can build on what they learned. But as far as what we got, Falcon Winter Soldier wasn't like it should have been WandaVision if those first episodes were better, or even if they paid off on some. I'll be honest with you. If they paid off on some of those clickbait clues that they kept giving us left and right. But most of it just like whatever, you know, that fly on the wall, it's just a fly. No, I wanted to be the devil. I want to be Satan, but no, it ain't.
The cow in the opening credits is just a picture of a fucking cow.
Like, no, I want the cow mother to be there, you know.
I want to see this baby being fed by a fucking cow.
I love Falcon's speech at the end. I mean, you know.
I do think the speech went on a little bit too long though. They should have trimmed it just a little bit.
The whole struggle of him wondering, do I deserve to be Captain America? Should I be Captain America? And when he looks at his nephews playing with the fucking shield, like that's his decision.
But that was episode 6. That was episode 6. Well, episode 5 one of them. Actually, more. I was talking about. I love that speech. I'm talking about the speech against the senators. You know, you got to do better, Senator. You got to do that. I'm like, okay, you a little bit too long. You got to trim that down. Get to the point, because we all know once he's done with the speech, they're not going to do anything. What the hell they were going to do anyway?
That's life. That's how.
That's right. You know?
Well, look, hey, I want to interject with one show before, because now I actually got to go. Listen, I want to talk about Invincible.
Oh my God, that did drop this year.
Not on Disney Plus. It's not on Disney Plus. No.
I don't care. I will allow it.
The end of that first episode made my 20-year-old son throw up.
It was pretty graphic.
It was so brutal. He's like, I gotta go, and he went and threw up.
Wow.
Yeah, dude, that's how good that fucking.
Because people were thinking that Invincible was gonna fight back or find a way to beat it. No, his dad just beat the shit out of the whole time. Man. That was.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, that's a great choice. Great pick.
Yeah, man, that show was amazing. Is season 2 supposed to come out this year?
No, they're saying maybe late this year, but probably next year.
And the thing is, like the Invincible, like overall comic book is like this, and the first season was like this.
Yeah.
So they can just keep this thing going. Yeah.
I would have read the whole series.
Yeah,
I did too. After I read the whole thing, I was like, man, this might be the best superhero comic I ever read.
Yeah. The problem with scheduling is they got so many good actors to do the voices in here. They all got so much other shit going on. It's hard to find them time to do the acting. So
understandable. Yeah, they're all doing stuff.
So.
Kind of like Atlanta season 3. You know, everybody's always doing stuff.
That fucking preview hit the other day. I was like, yes, European tour. Here we go. I don't understand half of the shit going on, but I love it.
They'll make it work.
Well, that's right. They were on a plane last time.
Yeah. Because I think Earl quit his job or something.
I got an exit stage left.
It's fun,
Remy,
man.
we appreciate you.
Have me on again, man. So I want to really get into some shit.
Nice.
We're going to. I'm gonna start planning this shit out. I'm putting you on the list. You, Fish Fry. I got some more folks I got on this also.
All right, man. I appreciate it, man. Y'all happy New Year, guys.
All right, no problem. You take it easy. All right. Can we get to the comics now?
Sure.
I guess y'all gonna hate my shit.
We always do.
True Eisner worthy.
So are we not going to talk about the Swamp Thing? I just want to say that Swamp Thing Green Hell was dope. That's all I'm going to say.
All I'm saying that we can save Swamp Thing for this weekend. That's like
probably going to be on my best of list for next year.
It was so good, dude. It was fantastic.
Well, technically, Swamp came out this year, didn't it?
Green Hell?
Yeah,
well, I don't know.
It did. It came out. It came out this year because Green Hell technically, it was a DC book, came out on Tuesday. Tuesday was on the 27th, 28th.
Was it?
So around it, yeah. So
Nah,
it's last year.
Nah,
Yeah.
you gotta wait. You gotta wait. Book of Boba Fett definitely premiered this, last year, but I would not count that as a 2021 show.
Okay, we'll go because now if Swamp Thing was, but it's one thing, a one shot, or is it gonna keep going?
No, it's got two more issues. It's
got
Black Label.
Okay,
Black
okay.
Label.
Now if it was a
Short
one
and
shot,
sweet,
is that
and using the Black Label for what it's supposed to be used for.
Dude,
Dope shit.
not just a dick in the first 5 pages.
Not just for a fuck that they like swiggle out like F you exclamation point at K or whatever. Yeah.
Batman's ass, and okay, so we went there. All right,
I
but
think
like
we
I
might
said,
have some crossover here. At least a couple of books. At least me and Eli.
okay, like I said, so we're not doing issues, we're doing series, right?
Series,
yeah.
minis
series.
or ongoing, sure.
Minis or ongoing or crossovers or events, as long as it's a series, not just one single
Maybe.
issue. I'm cool with.
I'll see what you pick, and then I'll let you know.
I'm trying to remember like what I'm trying to make sure the books that I pick came out this year, because some books I'm like, man, that shit, like Empire. I thought Empire, you're right, it was 2020.
Yeah.
Like, shit.
Yeah.
So and like it completely wrapped up in 2020. I'm like, what the hell was I?
Yeah.
So
It was all right. Empire was okay. It felt like
it
a bait
was
switch.
it was a popcorn. No, it wasn't a bait switch. It was what it was.
Early on, it felt like it was going to be like Kree Skrull war. It wasn't going to be them together fighting plant people. Anyway, never mind. Let's go.
No, let's talk about
Something
Empire.
that
Plant people, fucking plant people. Fuck.
That the
I
Swamp
hated
Thing
that.
did better.
Yes, Swamp Thing was so much better. How shocked were you at the guy in the lighthouse? I had no idea it was going to be who it was.
Oh, I didn't know what the fucking lighthouse was gonna be. Yeah.
Yeah.
We won't talk about Swamp Thing, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Like I said, we will talk about it this weekend. So stay tuned for our Swamp Thing Green Hill review. So yeah. All right, but I'm gonna let you go first. Give your Eisner Award winning literature.
You just want me to go through all my 5?
Go for it. Just knock them all out.
Well, all the X books were above par, but Hellions by far was the best book of the year. New Mutants is close. Marauders was solid, but holy fuck, Hellions. Zeb Wells and Steven Segovia. It dealt
Hellions
with.
is awesome. That's the one. One of the few books. I don't even like the X-Men, but I was reading Hellions.
It was.
You shocked me with that. Like, why the hell Eli reading more X-Men than I am? You know?
It was funny. It was touching. It had great relationships, and it was all built around. Man, I almost don't want to use the word mental illness because it was more like there's divergent people in there and things, but it did deal with.
Book.
Second chance book.
That kids who come out of juvie or from like broken homes or foster kids. That's what it was about. I mean, the whole thing with Orphan. I mean, there's literally a character named Orphan.
Yeah.
And,
dude, I got choked up the last issue when Nanny's going with Orphan.
Going down to the
into the hole. I was like, oh my
god, singing the song and shit.
Oh, dude. Yeah. Number 5, I have a tie. May's book by Jeff Lemire. He did the writing and the art. It's depressing, fucking hopeless, heart-wrenching shit. You guys would fucking hate it, but I loved it. Nightwing by Taylor and Redondo was amazing. This is another one I'm pretty sure Eli would have on his list. Beta Ray Bill by Danny Warren Johnson. Argent Star miniseries. Department of Truth by James Tynion IV and Martin Simmons. I loved it. My number 1, I know Eli. Eli, I don't think even read it, but I know the other motherfucker over here did not care for it. John Ridley and Giuseppe Camuncoli, The Other History of the DC Universe.
Nah.
It
was okay.
I loved this book. It updated all of the racial and gender and sexual things that we talk about today in comics, that are at the forefront of comics. But it did it by using old stories and revamping them with a different point of view. And I thought it was fucking genius.
And it was telling me real time. I'm not completely knocking the book.
I know you didn't like it because of the way it was presented. It was not.
But better.
It was
like
more.
It's like Coach trying to do it, but times 20. It basically was Coach.
It was way bigger than what Coach tried to do, man. But I think John Ridley pulled it off, dude. Better than he pulled off Superman getting raped in prison. That's a different
Oh,
story.
he's the one that wrote that?
He wrote that. Yeah,
Oh, my God.
Yeah, he wrote that.
Superman in prison. What the fuck?
Yeah,
Right.
from a story in the 1970s. It's
He's
very
not gay like his
complicated.
son. He's prison gay.
Yeah, just when he has to be, just when circumstances demand.
Gay for the stay.
But yeah, I really love the other history, dude. It felt it was genius. It was fucking genius. It was written sort of like a prose with these wicked ass pieces of art. They were more like set pieces of art than actual, sequential art. It was unique. It was different. And yeah, I loved it, dude. I thought it was amazing. Department of Truth was great too. No one else is reading that.
No, Eli read it. You didn't read it.
You're reading Department of Truth?
I haven't read
Department. Yeah, no one else is reading
it. Here's the thing. I get our podcast confused sometimes
with ours. Yeah,
right.
Your co-host is reading it
right.
from whatever show that co-host is on.
It was on your show. The co-host reading it.
Yeah. I have some honorable mentions too, but go ahead because I don't want to say anything that.
Okay. Eli, you're. I kind of know what you're gonna say. I mean,
I got Nightwing. Tom Taylor's Nightwing.
Yeah.
Again, surprising. I didn't think I was gonna get into it.
I didn't want to like it.
Yeah, but it was surprising.
It's a Batman book. I wanted to hate it.
That and the fucking art, the way the art is, it's just a fun, solid book. I have Bitterroot again. I know that didn't come. I was trying to keep like things that came out this year, but that storyline came out this year. The last arc came out this year, and Bitterroot is still one of my favorite comics right now. So stoked for the movie when that drops. I have Beta Ray Bill. Nice. Daniel Warren Johnson writing and drawing that shit. That was dope.
I think this is the Beta Ray Bill book now. You know how there's always
pretty much
book. The Al Ewing Hulk now. Aaron Thor. This is the Beta Ray Bill.
Yeah, he draws. His books are so raw and visceral and gritty, like the action's so violent and raw. But
the themes are so like heart. It's all heart, dude. Even Murder Falcon.
Yeah, there's a heartfelt theme going like this. It's heartbreaking at times. Like he really gets into the characters, like the empathy for the characters and shit.
The first issue where fucking Sif friend zones him is heartbreaking, dude.
Yeah, you're gonna turn back into a man, right? You're not gonna be a horse while we fuck.
Yeah, right. I'm not gonna have to fuck a horse, right?
And then the ending, man. The ending when was it Pip is like, so glad you got everything you wanted. And
he got nothing that he fucking wanted.
Yep. We did all this shit, went to fucking hell for you. Yeah. All this shit to get what you wanted. Aren't you happy now? And damn, yeah.
Awesome.
Great.
The tragedy of Beta Ray Bill, just perfect story.
Yeah. I have Orphan and the Five Beasts, even though it's only been like 3 issues. The fucking art is crazy.
Yeah.
It's like a fucking kung fu grindhouse flick. James.
Is it Steve Scroce? No, it's not Steve Scroce. It's James Stokey.
Stokey, yeah. Stokey, yeah.
Stokey,
yeah. Writing and drawing that shit. Crazy fucking art.
Yeah, Dave, aka David, loves that fucking shit.
Yeah, it's like basically a grindhouse kung fu flick. Nice. And then I got Post Americana. That's cool. Steve Scroce.
Yeah.
That's just
Eli
crazy.
Spoiler said he was already going to make his top 5 before.
No, I read Post Americana. It's great. It's fantastic.
Yeah, I mean, it's another dystopian sci-fi future, making all these political allegory themes. Yep. But the execution was awesome. And talk about nostalgia, taking the themes of nostalgia and doing like what the Matrix did, looking at nostalgia as sort of like a genre, the fact that
it was almost weaponized in that book.
Yeah, weaponized nostalgia. Yes, exactly. Yeah. There you go. That's a song title. I'm writing that down. Right now.
No shit.
We want a quarter every time you say it.
Yeah, but Post Americana, crazy art, and just it was really brutal and gory and violent, but it was also hilarious, And then it just, same old political allegory, fucked up world that we live in. Shit.
Nice.
Okay, it's on me. Okay.
All
right. So, by no surprise, 4 of it is Marvel. One of them is not.
No. One of them's what?
One of them is not.
So it's DC.
Maybe.
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 You don't read anything but Marvel and DC.
We'll see. All right, let's go. All right, so number 5.
Invincible didn't come out this year, dude.
Yeah, right.
Oh shit, never mind.
Walking Dead recolored. What's?
I read it in trade. Doesn't count. All right, so number 5, Black Panther, Coach Run.
Oh, not the Ridley
really?
run.
Not the Ridley run.
I like the Ridley run a lot better so far.
Here's the thing: the Coach Run started off slow, but it ended like with a fucking bang. Like T'Challa going into space, becoming Galactic Space Emperor. He had to fight Zombie, Venom, Cyborg, Killmonger in space. He got every black hero in Marvel to assist him in Wakanda. They all came to Wakanda. It's
that was
like
the last issue.
That
Even
was
Rocket Racer.
I did read that one.
He didn't get the email. No, not him. He probably told Miles to give it to him, and Miles like, you know what? We going to Wakanda. No, not we. I'm going to Wakanda. So it like anyway, it was like the biggest, baddest explosion, everything like that. Going on like so it ended with a bang. Like he had some high concepts in that book, and the last panel and the second to the last issue actually was no words. It was a panel. So, you know, those big block of words that
I know that had to be hard for him. That had to be excruciating for him.
It's like Bendis doing no words, man. What the hell?
They were like this awesome panel with Nick Fury sniping somebody, like sniping a monster, and you had like the 2 Patriot brothers like standing beside him, like, you know, Patriot, Elliot, or what, and like Isaiah Bradley's kids or whatever. I like that was an awesome shot right there, you know.
Can I just put the azure sky was dark with clouds.
Now the issue before that, he did all that shit, you know. Yeah. And Storm was just wrecking people in that book, man. It was just like awesome in there. She was just doing like lightning, like yawning while she was doing. I don't give a fuck about
Storm might be the character of the year 2021, dude.
She's the Queen of Mars. I mean,
amazing year, dude. Yeah. Fuck.
Yeah. Okay, that's number 5. Number 4. Okay, so how are we gonna do the X books? Do we do all the X books in a lump?
You do however you want. I kind of leaped them all together and then told my favorite bet, which I thought was the best.
Because I want to put number 4 Hickman in there.
Okay.
I mean the Hickman X-Men. Now it was uneven because
X-Men
it was all
and
one.
Inferno. That's all he had, right?
We got X-Men and Inferno, and I'm trying to see can I put them together, but I'm really talking about just X-Men, like the X-Men run that he had. Because even though it was like one shot and it was uneven, there was some awesome one-shot issues in there when Magneto was fighting off the oh shit, well, that was last year, wasn't it?
I don't remember.
It was an Empire tie-in. It was Empire. He was
that was an Empire.
He was fighting pan people. I don't care. It was awesome. I don't care.
It was awesome.
Yeah. When X-23, Wolverine, whatever you want to call her, and Sync and Darwin spent like 500 years in the world, and they became soulmates. I was like, man, this is some deep shit, you know. Yeah. And just to see,
did you hear about Hickman's idea for the vault? He was gonna have T'Challa and Aurora Storm have a baby and have it grow up in the vault
in the world, yeah, and then
in the world. Well, no, the world is a different thing. The world is like Phantom X's thing.
I thought the world was in the vault.
Is the world in the vault?
I think the world is in the vault.
X-Men's fucking complicated, dude. I've been reading X-Men my whole life.
I'm confused. I'm combining this shit, so I don't get confused.
But Marvel said, no, you can't do that shit. We got different plans for Black Panther. That would have been fucking rad, dude. Black Panther.
Because they've been waiting for them to have it. Yeah, everybody waiting for that. But
yeah, that would have been cool. Anyway, that's a good choice. Hickman.
I don't think your white man ass should make them have kids.
Now, here's the thing. Right? Hickman has a hood pass. I'm saying right now, Hickman has a hood pass. Reason I'm saying that, because most of the awesome shit people know about T'Challa, other than Priest and other than Reggie Hudlin, is Hickman. It's because all that shit was in Secret Wars.
Avengers, New
Avengers with name on all shit like that. Yeah. All the lines, all that's from Hickman.
All that Wakanda hating, all that Wakanda Atlantis shit.
All that's all Hickman. Yeah. So Hickman has hood pass. So he can come to the cookout. We got to play. We got a barbecue plate for you. So.
You need to tweet him and let him know.
I will tweet Hickman tonight.
Start a petition.
Yes.
No,
after
he can get one plate. He can get one plate
with the black draft.
Right. We draft Jonathan Hickman.
Yeah.
We will give
go viral like your white Black Panther petition.
Oh yeah, people still mad about that.
I still point that out to people, man. I love
people
that
still
so
mad about
much.
that. I'm gonna resurrect that. I'm bringing it back.
I love that so much.
All right, so what I'm on number 2, number 3. You know what? I'm gonna put on Immortal Hulk. I'm putting more
good.
Did you
Hawkeye.
read it?
Even though Joe Bennett is a complete and utter scumbag, from what I hear, at least that's what
Some-
Twitter tells
sometime-
me.
Sometimes you gotta hate the art for the art.
Oh, sure,
you
sure.
gotta separate. But the
I'm sure
thing
Bono's an asshole too sometimes.
but
you
here's
know?
the thing: Eli used to show me some art on the podcast, and some of the art, I'm like, is that what I think it is? You know, and then 2 months later, exactly what I thought happened. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, there we go. Okay, but
Yeah.
but I didn't say anything about it. But it was like something that don't look right,
Right.
But it was there. But the reason it's not higher because I haven't finished the run. But I'm deep enough in it. I'm like, this run is that. Because honestly, I didn't want to read it first because I thought it was just like a rehash of Peter Davis' run. It's nothing like Peter Davis' run.
No.
It's its own thing. It does build on it, but it does its own thing. Completely different tone,
It
completely
builds on
different
everything
mythos.
in the Hulk history.
Yeah.
Right. But
might be
it makes
the
its own
best-
thing. Yeah.
I think it's the best run on the character. I mean, until Donnie Cates finishes with what he's got going on. Then.
Oh yeah, smashy smash. We want it back.
Smash or not.
Yeah, right.
The USS Hulk.
So
Right.
dumb. It's fun though. Wolverine, giant size Wolverine. That was pretty fun.
Yeah.
Okay.
If we're talking about
Just
it's all in the Matrix, and none of
Michael Bay. It's Michael Bay level comics.
It really is.
it didn't really happen
yeah.
because it's all in his head and shit.
Yeah. But no, the Al
Oh,
Ewing Hulk run,
when he rips
is
off the
amazing.
Wolverine's claw, the giant Wolverine's claw. You
and stabs him with it.
Like giant Wolverine. I'm like, what the fuck am I reading, man? I like
Yeah.
it, but what the fuck am I reading?
I know it's so dumb, but it's like I can't look away. Yeah, I don't want to look
Well,
away.
well, one thing, because if we're talking about Invincible, the guy that drew Invincible is drawing the Hulk book now.
Yeah, Ryan.
So,
Otley.
but some of the people look like Viltrumites. I don't know if he's doing it
True.
on purpose or what, but it's
Nah,
there. I see it.
Who knows? Who knows?
I don't know. Just I'm saying next issue, just look at it. See if you
Sure.
see Ultraman or Uniman, Unman, or whatever it is. Okay,
Yeah.
number 2, Shang-Chi. I'm putting it in there. I don't know if I'm
The
putting.
gang?
The new one?
Yes, the
The
new
new
one. The
one?
new one.
Yeah.
I'm putting it in there. I
The
don't know
only
if I'm.
arc we've gotten is like him touring the Marvel Universe.
Well, that's the thing. Did we get that one or we get the other one? Because
Well,
there was another one before then.
I
I
don't
don't
think
know
What
Gene
about
Wu
his
Yang-
sister? About sister?
The one about Sister Dagger and Sister
Yeah.
Slam, Sister
He did-
Head.
Gene write that? Did Yang
He
write
wrote that too. He wrote that too.
Okay.
It's the same team. The same team.
It's 2 different volumes though.
It's 2 different volumes though,
Oh,
but it's the
okay,
same, and it's
okay.
really the same
I think-
story. It's
yeah, I
really the
think
same
that's
story.
what
Like,
confused me.
yeah. So
I
he
didn't
did-
read the one before that, but the one where he's touring the Marvel Universe, yeah, that's fun, dude.
It's just a fun popcorn blockbuster book. That's the thing about it. And Shang-Chi is just so fucking OP in this book, man. It's ridiculous.
He's killing everybody. It's
Like I
he's
thought Black
Spider-Man.
Writers
How
with
the
Black
hell-
Panther did bad. When they doing what
Yeah.
he's doing with Shang-Chi, just ridiculous. He's fighting
Yeah.
Thor. He's like One Punch Man and Thing. Like what the hell?
Yeah. And they're talking about if you know where to hit somebody, it doesn't matter how much armor. And he's talking about the fucking thing.
Right,
That's his skin, dude.
Right.
That's his skin.
Dropped him
Where
with
you
one
hit?
hit. I'm like,
Pressure
come on.
points, man.
Yeah.
Pressure points.
He
36
took out.
chambers of
He
death.
took out Iron Man. He took out Iron Man
Yeah.
because he did. I'm trying to think what he did with Iron Man. Iron was like, "Look, Shang-Chi, look, we know one-on-one, hand-to-hand, nobody can beat you, but this not hand-to-hand." And then he did like some quick shit, stole Tony's armor off his own arm, put
Yeah.
the palm on. Now it's hand-to-hand. What you want to do? I'm like, what the fuck did he just
Yeah.
do?
Yeah. It's just
It's
fun.
just-
It's just fun.
as
It's just
hell.
dumb fun. Just
Yeah.
no, but yeah.
It does have this serious element because he's like taking over the crime and he's all
Right.
torn, But I've read that before when Daredevil took over the hand, I've
Yeah,
read
it's the
that.
same thing. But he's trying. But the thing is different because he's trying not to be evil, but all the Avengers think
Matt
he's
didn't
evil.
want to be evil either, but
So they don't really know how to trust him, and then his own family don't trust him.
Yeah.
And Sister Dagger is probably my favorite new character this year. I love Sister Dagger. Just
That's cool.
I'm almost pissed she wasn't in the movie, but that's neither here nor there.
Sequel.
All right, sequel. Okay, Sister Dagger will be in the the sequel. He's gonna have like 1,000 brothers and sisters. So
Oh yeah, that dude got around. He was alive for like a
he
million.
was alive for
fucking
1,000
years.
years, so of course he's gonna have 1,000 brothers and sisters just running around and shit.
Oh, that's fucking awesome.
Number 1, even though the book is not finished, I'm going to put it in there. And it's not a Marvel book, not a DC book. It's The Last Ronin. I'm putting it in there. I don't care when it came in. Yeah, I'm putting Last Ronin in there.
That didn't even occur to me. That book.
Yeah.
I thought fucking Doomsday Clock was slow. Jeez.
I mean,
looks
but
slow
Doomsday
as
Clock
fuck.
like 12 issues. It's like 4 or 5
Yeah.
or some shit, But the thing is, every time it comes out, it's like an event when the book
It
comes
really
out.
is.
It's just like every scan gets posted up there. Everybody goes, "Oh, what's happening next? Ooh, what's doing it?" It's like bringing people that don't really follow this comic book shit into the comic book realm just to see what's going on.
Well, that in the Fortnite book at DC.
Oh yeah, the Nexus Nether Realm or whatever. Yeah,
Well, that's
Superman with a
another
gun.
one right now.
Yeah, well, that's the reason why I didn't make my list, the last Ronin, because it takes
because
so
the
long.
last issue, the last issue,
and the first issue came out in 2020.
It's true.
I'm gonna let that slide. But you're right.
I mean, but Post Americana was only 6. Hey, what's up? Architectural.
Hey, that's Gomer. It's Gomer.
I was about to say, is that fucking me in his profile pic? What the hell?
It's a variant.
Yeah.
No, but Post Americano, there was like 6 months between a couple of those issues, so that it almost didn't make it out of.
Well, he got COVID, I think.
Did he? Oh, yeah.
I think he got COVID.
I did not know that. Well, good.
Yeah, I don't know that for sure, but
yeah, there was like a long time between a couple of those issues.
So, all right. So, but that's my list. Like I said, it was gonna be 4 Marvel, and I'm counting last Ronin. I don't care.
What was your favorite DC book? Did you even have one?
DC. You know what? I think I started thinking about that. The favorite one, I might have been the one that I liked the most. Might have been like Blue and Gold or some shit, but I fell off.
That's a good pick. That's
but I fell off on it. That's the thing, because I was reading it and I fell off on it. And then it was supposed to be ongoing. Then it turned into like a miniseries. I'm like,
they do that at DC now.
Yeah,
they do that.
Gomer, stop messing with us, Gomer.
Sorry. Son of Kal-El is great by Tom Taylor. It pushes all those.
I forgot about Son of Kal-El.
It pushes all those SJW buttons that I love to see the internet melt.
And it's like it do it on purpose, but I like it.
Oh, he is. You know Tom Taylor doing it on purpose.
But it's still symbolism also, because it is making John different from Clark.
Exactly.
So it's making him his own Superman. So I do like that. I do wish that since they were gonna make a Superman, that they like maybe revamp, make him even more different. Make his powers
they're moving
different.
in that direction. They're trying. I'm
talking about like give him different powers.
Man, Adam, who's on the show with me, this Geek in Comics, right?
Lonely Geeks.
He's talking about how Tom Taylor is now exclusive to DC Comics. So what are they going to give him next? Bendis is leaving Justice League. How about a Justice League with John, Nightwing, Wonder Girl from that Joel Jones book, which is fucking great.
Oh, so you saying
new
future,
Flash,
future
Wally
State.
West,
you want Future State? That's what you want. That's how you get Future
Aquaman,
State.
the new Aquaman kid.
That's how. So you want Future State? What you're saying?
That's what they're building to, isn't it? Doesn't it?
I mean, they are. I mean, like I said, Future State, and that's the reason I didn't put Future State on it, because Future State fucking sucked. I'm not putting
terrible.
That on it.
Fear State
terrible.
was shit too. The Batman event was
honestly.
Shit too.
I gave up on all Batman because it was just too much Batman.
The Williamson run has been better. It's bringing in Batman Inc. and like Lex Luthor has taken over Batman.
Yeah, I know.
Eli told me not to read it.
That's working a lot better than anything fucking Tiny did.
I'm just like, I don't know if I see the new Batman's coming out, and I'm still debating whether I should get it or not, because
there was a book called Bermuda that I liked. Stray Dogs. Did you not read Stray Dogs, Eli?
I read some of it.
You reviewed it.
It's fine.
Yeah. And then Daredevil.
You know what? Devil's Reign is starting to go. That second issue, it sold me on. I'm on board now.
I actually thought the second issue fell off a little bit, man. I think it'll catch back up, but
I think the second issue made it separate itself from Civil War, because before it just felt like Civil War 1.5 or whatever.
Nah, Civil War felt more like the government actually doing a thing, because Iron Man was justified because he had government backing. Kingpin
has government backing.
He has, because he's the fucking government, because he's the he's the fucking mayor.
Right.
But it feels more like he's doing it for villainous reasons. It felt like the government and Iron Man put the Superhuman Registration Act into place for virtuous reasons. They were trying to do good. Kingpin, no, it feels like he's just an asshole the whole way through.
Right. And that's what's, but we started getting more into that, and it's making it feel different. It's making it feel like its own thing now. So I'm on board.
When you absorb Purple Man powers.
Right, Purple Man. And it was almost too on the nose. He was just like, yes, I can persuade the public to do what I want to do. But isn't that just what the media does? Like, come on, Chip. You look at
getting
too
some
on the nose.
Feels off that shit too.
I mean, you can't even say Trump. It's like every politician ever.
True.
Yeah. So.
How about Otto in there? Where it don't work on me. It don't work on me. It's like, what? Come on, Otto.
They're bringing back Superior Otto. I'm like, I see what you're doing, Chip. Okay.
Yeah.
But this issue did sort of feel like it was just sort of moving things forward. Not it's just setting things up. So
building.
No, I'm digging it. I'm digging.
Yeah, I'm on board for the whole thing.
When did X-Men versus Fantastic Four come out?
That was years ago. That was 2020 probably.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Okay, that would have made my list too. Because I love that.
Yeah. I know it's way in the back of my X-Men box I currently have. So it's been a while.
Okay, so I'm not gonna include that. Oh damn.
What else, man? Nothing else.
Any other moments of 2021? Yeah.
I bought a house. Oh, you mean with pop culture?
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, I had to move 2 hours into the middle of fucking nowhere. But
Next time,
Oh,
call
yeah.
Trust a Bro.
yeah, right. Oh, bro, we'll lift your shit and then put it down.
That's the shit. Oh, video game Guardians of the Galaxy. I need everybody to just play the game. That game is awesome. Honestly, I like it better than the movies. That's just me.
Wow, holy
Yeah,
shit!
they like
Really?
because it's like it borrows from the movies and it
Yeah.
borrows from the comics, but it does its own thing.
Oh, cool.
And it's got like all different. And it's got like so many bad guys, like from like the Blood Brothers are on there. The Blood Brothers were like Iron Man villains from the
Yeah.
70s. You know, Dweller in the Darkness, who was the bad guy in Shang-Chi. He's
Yeah.
one of the boss fights in this. Lady Hellbender, who was one of the villains in Totally Awesome Hulk. She's in it. You know, and that's as far as I've made
I think
it.
I had first appearance of Lady Hellbender, to be honest with you. I think
I think she's before Totally Awesome Hulk,
Yeah.
but that's where I remember from. I'm like, she looked familiar.
Nice.
I looked up and that's where it was. And in just the characterization of him, Drax is not a dumbass in this.
Nice.
He is a beast in this game. That's what I like about it. Like, thank you. They fixed
That's
Drax.
a comic thing. You know, he's not like himself in the comics. You know, they've changed him a lot to match
Because
the movies,
it's the
but
MCU.
Yeah.
Everybody's, Iron Man, so they got to do that. But no, everybody has different type of personalities. You know, I was gonna post it earlier. Richard Rider has a Easter egg in there.
Oh, fun.
Yeah.
I heard there's a lot of Easter eggs in it. A lot of different.
Thanks, Gomer Variant.
Yeah,
See you
thank
later.
you for stopping by.
Stopping by, yeah.
He's probably the better version of me. You know he is. They're all better.
He's a millionaire, you
Yeah.
know. He's dating
Yeah.
a Kardashian, you know.
Asshole. The only video game I played this year was Star Trek Armada 2, and it actually came out 20 years ago. GOG, or I don't know how to pronounce it. They remastered it for PC. It's wonderful. It's a real-time strategy game with Star Trek ships. I fucking can't get enough. It's so dumb and so ridiculous, but it's a great time waster. I love it.
I played Cobra Kai.
That's a game?
Is there?
There was a
Cobra Kai
side
game?
scroll.
Probably a mobile
It was
game.
like Double Dragon. It was like that was
Oh, cool.
Cool. Just kicking ass
Yeah.
with different characters.
You seen that? You seen that meme where if it's Johnny and Daniel standing next to each other and said, "I'm gonna tell my kids this is Ken and Ryu."
Yeah. I
It's
saw that.
fucking great. I love that shit.
Yeah.
How the hell they get Carrie Underwood?
Oh, I guess she's a fan.
She's a fan. She tweeted that she was a fan, so they asked her if she wanted to do the show, and then they wrote her a check because they're obviously not spending that money anywhere else.
Okay, so is she doing the soundtrack or she's on the show?
She came out and did the one song from
The
it's actually
Moment
from
of
Rocky,
Truth.
isn't it? Isn't it actually from Rocky?
No, it's from The Karate Kid. The Moment of Truth.
Audio love. That one.
No, that's from
The
the
Moment
second
of
one.
Truth.
And I always think of the "You're the best around."
No,
It's
that's
not
No
that one
Treat No
either.
Surrender, isn't it?
It's not that.
No,
shit
that's
either.
The Karate Kid too. That's actually.
Oh,
Yeah.
man, I get those confused.
No, The Moment
Yeah,
of
me
Truth.
too. 80s power ballads, they all sound the same, after a while.
But speaking of music, it was a big year for metal.
Go ahead, dude.
Demiser is a band I was getting into this year. I was listening to a lot of Black and Thrash. Exodus, one of the old school thrash bands, released an album this year. They're aging like wine. Everyone talks about Metallica, but fuck them. Exodus. Actually, Kirk Hammett that was his first band, Exodus.
Oh, wow.
Cerebral Rot, another old school death metal band. Cannibal Corpse, that's the big one this year. The world needed another Cannibal Corpse album. This album actually was charted 40 on Billboard, which is unheard of for death metal. Death metal never charts Billboard.
Wow.
So the fact that this got on the charts, like Billboard charts, is a big deal for the death metal underground. It's just a solid, one of probably the longest running consistent death metal band, the biggest death metal band.
Sure.
It's not saying much because they still live in buses and shit.
Yeah,
But
niche.
they're not rich at all.
Niche.
But no, that was a big deal for death metal. Cannibal Corpse charting Billboard, but also just to note, to tie it back into comic books, the new album, the cover, still Vince Locke doing all their covers. Vince Locke is a comic book artist. He worked on like Batman and Swamp Thing, American Freak back in the 90s. Dead World was a zombie comics back in the late 80s. Way before Walking Dead was ever a thing. Vince Locke had a zombie apocalypse comic called Dead World. And and when I had Walking Dead #1 in my hand when it was released. I grabbed it off the shelf and I'm looking through it and I'm like, this ain't no Dead World. And I put it back on
what the
that's like a $500 loss right there.
So Variant Eli is like rich right now on the
debt. He's got a Walking Dead #1.
What a mistake that was.
Snicking coke off of strippers' titties and shit. But
yeah, this podcast would be on like the Riviera right now.
Right.
And as far as hip hop, I got Czarface. Czarface released 2 albums. So did Nas. It's like
Nas released 2 this year, like 2.
Yeah, Nas, like it's the return of Nas. I haven't been in the
What
Nas.
year is it?
Yeah,
right.
I haven't been in the.
He didn't do that back then. It's like, what is he doing?
Well, he was working for everybody else back then.
Yeah, so
I haven't been in the Nas in like a decade, but he released 2 good albums this year.
It's the new, and really the third one he released wasn't too far away from the second one, so it's like it was almost right together. Almost released 3 in 1 year.
Yeah. So music, solid music. I listened to a lot of music this year.
I'm gonna go back and listen to more Shang-Chi, but yeah.
If I could call two documentaries, it'd be the Val Kilmer documentary. Everybody should fucking watch that. It was fucking amazing. Just a life of Val Kilmer, nowadays. Mm-hmm. But there's also this one called Untold Crime and Penalties about the mafia owning a hockey team that every fucking body should watch.
Which one? Which hockey team?
Rad. There's a minor league team, a mafia boss who was basic Sopranos premise, in waste management, buys his fucking 20-year-old kid a hockey team. And this kid is the general manager, appoints himself general manager. And he just goes around. It's Crime. I just did close it. Hold on. Crime and Penalties. It's on Netflix.
Okay. I might check it out.
But this kid just goes and hires all of the worst hockey players, bruisers, motherfuckers who just beat their shit. It's the only time there was ever an ejection of the whole team before the game started in history of hockey. Yeah, dude. So, and it just goes to where, they hired my wife. One of these hockey players is like, they hired my wife. And she never went to an office, never did anything. They just sent her a check. He's like, I got my bonus, my signing bonus, in a duffel bag full of $100 bills.
Oh, Jimmy Hoffa.
Like, what the fuck?
Right.
Yeah, it's awesome, dude. It's awesome.
Well, speaking of hockey,
I watch a lot of
the Mighty Ducks was pretty fucking cool too.
They brought it back.
All right.
They brought it back.
Yeah,
it was all right.
But I heard it wasn't Emilio Estevez in it though.
No,
he was in it.
He wasn't it? Okay.
The second season he's in it. He came in and did it.
Okay, I heard they dropped him or fired him.
Yeah, I heard they dropped him too.
Okay.
Maybe and best action scene, Kate. The knife fight in Kate. Holy shit. Nice. Some of those brutal shit, knives shanking people in the face, like just sick ass shit. Yeah.
Nice.
That's the shit I like. That's the movies I like. Fuck 'em up movies.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay. So anything else we got to add? I think we ran through all the.
It was a great year.
Random. Yeah. I think it kind of sucked, but entertainment wise,
good too.
Yeah. We had shit to do. We had shit to had shit to get us through this bullshit.
Yeah.
And I think this Omicron thing, I think it'll die down in like a few months. It'll kind
of just like Delta and just like it'll die down.
It'll die down. We'll be able to get back out again.
Sure, it will.
It'll be something
new. Dr. D over here.
I got my booster. Got my booster.
Yeah, I'm boosted. I still got my Band-Aid on. I'm not taking it off.
Keep in mind, the comic book bullies are not medically, validated.
Oh yeah, we don't have degrees in anything.
Right.
You ain't gonna listen to us anyways.
Right.
Yeah.
Barely even take our advice on comic shit.
Yeah, right. Wait, you didn't watch the Justice League, but you did get vaccinated? What am I doing wrong? What am I doing wrong?
Oh man. All right. So that being said, we can go ahead and shut it down. If you listen this long, definitely like, share, subscribe. Let me blow you up right here. We have Gomer here as special guest. Definitely follow him on this Geeks and Comics. This is where we get all of our comics news from. So that's why I get our stuff.
OutrightGeekery.com. It's not really a website. It's more of a landing page, but links to everything that we got
family.
right there.
our OnlyFans, our
Yeah, our
Pornhub.
OnlyFans, our parlor.
Eli runs that part. He has feet pics and eggplant Wednesday on there. So
Eggplant Wednesday. Oh shit! I'll give you $20 a month if you start that just for Eggplant Wednesday. Holy shit! That's awesome.
Like until then, this is Leroy.
This is Eli.
And Gomer.
There you go. And we'll follow you guys. We'll talk to you guys next week. Same bully time.